Good morning everybody, welcome in Spirit of Life Alchemy. Today is Sunday the 11th of June 2023 and this is your morning message tarot reading. So astrologically we've got quite a bit going on today. The moon from the UK is going to start off in Pisces. It's going to form a conjunction to Neptune in Pisces, then a sextile to Pluto. At the end of Capricorn, before the moon moves into Aries, where it's going to form a sextile to Mercury in Gemini. So then we also have Pluto is going to retrograde back into Capricorn. Then Mercury is going to form a trine to Pluto from the end of Taurus, so an earth trine, and then Mercury is going to ingress into Gemini. Okay, we also have Venus squaring Jupiter, so we've got dissolving boundaries and transformation, things being released and let go, dissolving energies, transformation, with new information, new communication, new expression possible. A word of warning not to go overboard in love. Pleasure could easily become a hedonism today. Venus loves to love, and when she's square, especially in Leo, and when she's square to Jupiter in Taurus, sign of earthly pleasures and being in the body and things like that, the expansive Jupiter energies can easily sort of morph into complete hedonism. So don't say you haven't been warned. Let's do some tarot and see what the cards have to say for today. So let's see, what do we want? I'm going to use the Gaia deck. I'm going to have the Wild Unknown. Let's have some Wild Unknown. The energy feels a bit wild and unknown today, so let's keep on that tip, although grounding with the Gaia deck. One foot in the sensible with the other foot all over the shop. Okay, right. What do we need to know for today? Sunday the 11th of June 2023. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and our greatest good? What do we need to know? Okay, so we've got purification, water, the Pisces energies, emotional cleansing and rejuvenation. So yeah, that dissolving away, emotional dissolving, the water dissolving away. You've got the lunar energies and you've got the Neptunian energies. So yeah, it's just releasing and letting go. And this is what happens. Winter's end. Regeneration, rebirth and positive outcome. So just as that dissolving of boundaries, it leads to transformation and regeneration. And look what we've got at the bottom. The Sacred Earth Mother, a message of love. She's there letting us know. Oh, and then we've got loss, grief, sadness and turning into resurrection. So the grief and the sadness, the water element, the tears, the emotions flowing away. So yeah, this retrograde energy, this excuse me, lunar, Neptune, Pluto, Mercury energy, it feels like it's just a real big cleansing and washing away that allows us to rejuvenate and regenerate into the new. I think with the Venus square Jupiter energies, there's a risk we might try and avoid those emotions and drink to excess, or do other substances to excess or something like that, or whatever our addictions and things are, whether it's shopping, sex, eating, drinking, other illicit substances, whatever. There's a risk that you could go overboard today. So little word of warning there. Let's do some tarot and see what is added to the story. It could be actually that those addictions are the thing that needs to be sort of cleansed, or the emotions that underlie why that we have those habits and things. Okay, so especially with Neptune and with Pluto being so active today, it could be a plunging deep into the collective subconscious and things, and just seeing where you're affected by that, your own personal emotional wounds and things, and a day of healing, a day of transformation. And we've got Pluto in Capricorn till January next year as well. In those last 3 degrees, it actually retrogrades back to 27 degrees for stationing direct, I think November time, coming forward again, and then in January has his next little saunter into the beginning degrees of Aquarius. He will actually retrograde just briefly again next year into Capricorn, but only just dipping a big toe in, and then by November next year, that's when he fully ingresses into Aquarius for the next 20 years, and we face a whole different set of issues and problems and things coming up ready to be transformed. So let's see everything unfold. Anyway, back to the reading. Okay, so what do we need to know for today, Sunday the 11th of June 2023? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice? Oops, I completely missed then. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give the collective to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? Okay, oh, nice. We have the Magician. Love the Magician in this deck. Going into the past, we have the Ten of Swords, the best place for it. Below, we have the Son of Swords, or the Knight of Swords. Above, oh, another 10, the Ten of Wands. Okay, so I'm letting go of some serious energy here. And then we have the Six of Cups, the clarifiers. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Son of Wands. It's interesting, we've got the 2 Knights, the 2 Sons of Swords and Wands, and we've got the 2 Tens of Swords and Wands. And then we've got the Son of Cups, so that's 3 Knight energy. We've got young and inexperienced energy coming in, mutable, changeable, adaptable, flexible energy. The one we don't have is the Knight of Pentacles, Mr. Steady. Okay, which, yeah, maybe, we need to go slowly with this. Often when there's 3 of the same thing come out, we need to take note of the one that's missing. As I say, it's the Knight of Pentacles, Mr. Slow and steady, checking that everything's done correctly. So it may be, oh, it's a plane. It's been predicted thunderstorms here today. It's like, oh, are we getting thunder yet? And it's like, no, it's a plane. I really need a good thunderstorm. I love thunderstorms, lightning. Love being out and in the summer when we have thunderstorms, and just the warmth and the wet and just all the ions and everything. It's just like, feel a need for that, and a dancing round the garden in the rain with the thunder and the lightning all around me. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the reading. So we have the Four of Wands, we have the Nine of Wands, we have the Four, have the Tower. Okay. Okay, I've seen the Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands here, so I'm going to take those out as well. Okay, so the Magician, the transformation is within us. It's us that does the work. Yeah, the cards tell us, what the potential is, what the opportunity is. Astrology tells us what the potential is and what the opportunity is, but it's still up to us to listen and to do the work, take the action, do what's being requested of us. So it's all within us. We have all the tools, we have everything we need to do this work within us. We just have to tap into that. Okay, moving into the past, moving away from where we are, we've got the Ten of Swords. As Gemstone Tarot would say, stick a fork in me, I'm done. We've come to this, we can't go anywhere else from where we are. It's, surrender, white flag. In the foreground, there is a soldier with 10 swords in his back. He is very dead. That we just, there's nothing to be gained from the situation anymore. And so that cleansing, that emotional cleansing, just letting go, just letting it all wash away. Is that, and the surrender. I've just had a message. So, as you probably all know, there has been a massive dam that was blown up this week. I'm not going to say any more than that. But I think sort of as well as the physical thing, I've had this sense that this week has been about metaphorical dams bursting open. Something that has been so pent up and held back, and the pressure to break through has been so great that sort of the first cracks sort of have been made, and that weakens the power structure that's been holding everything in. I've just been on signal with two of my closest friends, who we've done a lot of magical work together, and we watched the political situation, sort of mainly in the UK where we are, and also the States. But sort of a general sort of view over the whole world. But yeah, it's like we've just been going, oh my God, just this week, just as Pluto is just about to retrograde back into Capricorn, look at all the corruption that's being exposed, look at all the people that are falling, look at sort of the changing power dynamics, and just seeing sort of this, the cracks have been there for sort of a while, the pressure to release stuff has been there for quite a while, and we're all going, do you think this is it? Do you think, sort of this is sort of the beginning of the fall of lots of things? And sort of the metaphor with the dam and stuff, and earlier in this week, in my own personal journey, I finished a painting before the full moon last week got it finished. And straight away I've got into sort of the next one. But I started the next one. It was in quite a heavy place, quite a heavy energy. And so I've just painted this A1 canvas, matte black. It's the void. Don't know what's going on. Don't know where I'm going. Don't know. Let's just start with the black canvas. And I've got a sense of the colours that are coming through. But yeah, it's just exploring this sort of this black void and this heavy energy and breakthrough. And so I've just started with gold, actually drawing the cracks on. And it just sort of every day I'll just go in there, squirt a little bit of gold paint into my ball, a little brush, and I just do a bit more of the cracking of this breakdown and breakthrough. So yeah, things, it feels like things have come to a point of breakthrough, and with Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn, it feels like it's just turning the heat up even more. It's just sort of been quite incredible. I have been watching sort of all the politics and the astrology and everything for a good decade and a half, of really sort of sitting with sort of the generational astrology, all the outer planets, and also the asteroids as well, all the new quantum astrology sort of coming in, the rebirth energies. And so following the track of all the planetary transits and things, and yeah, just seeing sort of as we retrograde back into Capricorn. For me, I have my Chiron, I'm sure I've said before, my Chiron at 29.5 degrees of Pisces. So it's like, yeah, more personal healing, more soul healing. And it's like, so it'll go back, it'll go out of sextile for a few months, and then it'll come back in when Pluto turns direct. It'll be another, okay, what level of soul transformation are we on now? Okay, and then it'll go through, and then there's another last one to happen before November next year, with Pluto forming this aspect to my natal Chiron. So I know I'm in for it's been sort of big transformational healing for the whole of the last decan of Capricorn, but it just watching it rank up over the last few years. Fabulous. I love it. You know me, I love a tower. Whether it's my own personal breaking myself open and growth and evolution and transformation, or it's happening on a global planetary level. You know, you think sort of, for me, the only way is forward. And although, you know, sort of we do go back, ultimately in those times we go back, it's to push forward with more force, with more knowing, with more sense of purpose. So yeah, I love watching this all unfold, even though it's quite difficult. You know, it's hard work. The lessons are really quite difficult as well, but you know, I have a lot of hope in my heart that, you know, and sometimes I feel like I've been waiting for this to happen for all of my life. It's like, finally. It's almost like a subconscious knowing of sort of what I'm here to be part of, and been fighting against the powers that be, and just the whole old paradigm, because I've always seen it as being incredibly wrong. So yeah, seeing the transformation open up is like, woohoo! Anyway, we've come to the end of the line with some sort of mindset or something. Break down to break through. Dissolving the old boundaries, the old beliefs, you know, just dissolving it all. so that new information can come through. Mercury moving into Gemini. Mercury loves being in Gemini. No idea what that bird was. Big white bird. It wasn't a seagull. Sorry, I get distracted by my birds. So, you know, something's coming in fast. Information's coming in fast. It could be information, it could be communication, it could be expression. Think of all the Mercury themes at home in Gemini. It's home sign. You know, things are going to speed up. Our thinking process is going to speed up. Our communication's going to speed up. We could see the cracks breaking apart faster. Okay. At times it could feel very overwhelming with the 10 of wands. But you know what I've said before, put down those wands that aren't yours. Just stay with one, just to light your way. One wand to light your way, that's all you need. That's all the magician needs. Okay, one wand, one sword, one cup, one pentacle. Okay, don't overcomplicate things. And just go with the flow. Let it all be washed away. And then we're moving into the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups, especially in this card, I see it as our roots to our ancestors, to the wisdom of our families and our soul and everything like that. And it's those roots that hold us strong during the storms, during the tsunamis, during the everything being washed away, and the overwhelm and things like that. So grounding exercises, staying rooted, taking time out in quiet pursuits such as meditation and things like that. Guided meditations, being in the light, but just being deeply rooted. Okay, so that's the main reading. The clarifiers, we've got the Nine of Pentacles here. The self-worth. Know your self-worth, your self-value. Know that you have it all within you. With the magician here as well, you have it all within you and that connection to abundance and everything you need is within you. Okay, trusting in that. Okay, and then we've got the two knights, Sagittarius and Gemini energy. Okay, opposing. We've just had that full moon in Sagittarius with the sun in Gemini and the moon in... No, just scrap that because the Knight of Swords is down here. So this is a Gemini card. So this, we've got the fire and the water. Okay, the inspiration and the spark could be a bit chaotic and everything, which is why I'm saying, you know, even though the Sun of Pentacles isn't here, take notice of that. Keep yourself grounded, rooted down. We've got the Knight of Wands, the Sagittarius energy. Okay, the intensity, the focus. And with that, we've got the Son of Cups. And something I'm noticing today that I haven't really paid attention to, or maybe it's because I've not been on this tip as I am today. The roots of the tree in the Six of Cups, look at the colour of the elixir coming out of the cup there. Very, very similar. And it's saying to me that connection to our roots, to our ancestors, to our tribe, to our family, that is what sustains you. That is the elixir of self-love and things like that. Okay, so that keeps us together. Okay, and obviously slowing down. The cards for what's going on in the subconscious, we've got a couple of nines here. In fact, we've got the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Son of Wands and the Son of Swords. So yeah, there's lots of fiery air energy. when you think about fire, one of the things that fire needs fuel, it needs oxygen, it needs something else as well, but for the top of my head I can't remember what it is. Oh my god. My health and safety training is about a bit out of date, I think. But what I was thinking was that fire needs the oxygen, fire needs the air to flare up. And that's what you get in the Son of Wands. It's mutable fire, air of fire, you know, it's that. So, and that really, the air just really helps to ignite the fire. So I think there's lots of, you know, explosive energy here if we're not careful, which is why we need the water. And it's also why we need the grounding of the Knight of Pentacles, the Son of Pentacles, so that we don't get overwhelmed. Okay, what's going on? We've got the 1111, the 1111 Four of Wands portal card. The perfection, completion, transforming, going through, we're passing through a portal. Now, with Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn, that's a portal. Mercury ingressing into Gemini, that's a portal. And the Gemini glyph actually looks like a doorway. So we're passing through portals. And raising our vibration, we're climbing these steps, the Nine of Wands. Raising our emotional vibration, the moon at the top there, that's what I'm getting from that. And it's a new beginning. It's a new beginning, the fall. But it's also blowing apart the old paradigm. Okay, very much that Pluto in Capricorn, Mercury trine Pluto, Mercury ingressing into Gemini energy. There's a potential for something to be really explosive today. So take care. As I say, ground. Connect to your roots, to your ancestors. The elixir of self-love, self-confidence. Know that you're strong enough to get through whatever comes up. Don't get overwhelmed. We've got the Nine of Swords here. This is the worry and the anxiety. Look to the truth. The two eyeballs there, I just got the message, look for the truth. And it also is making me think of a ritual called that I've done. It's called Eyes Wide Open. It's been going since about 2017. Oh god, I've just remembered, there's just another connection. God, at the time, I never intended this, but at the time that Pluto ingressed into Aquarius, in a group, an online group I'm in, I was asked about, I don't know if I was asked about anger or something like that, and I said about sort of, I've worked on my own anger for years, and my rage, fear, sensing the collective rage, and sort of done a lot of work. And then I said about I use a lot of magic to, you know, to help things along, because having come from an anarcho-punk background as a teenager back in the 80s, I learned very quickly, well, in my 20s, I learned very quickly that if you're an outsider and you're trying to change things on the physical level, all they do is they legislate against you, they shut you down. And so that was sort of about the time I was discovering magic and things like that. And it's like, oh, magic. Okay, you can change the energetics, you can set the intention, and you can send the energy out. What you send out will come back threefold. So, you know, for a heart-centered, you know, no cursing or doing, you know, anything that's going to be detrimental, positive change, birth in the new age, heart-centered consciousness, that came through sort of a lot of my temple working groups and things like that, and that's what I feel we're birthing. But yeah, when at the time that Pluto moved into Aquarius, I mentioned this ritual, and loads of other people in this group wanted to know more about this ritual and how they could do this thing to send this eyes wide open energy out in the world. So it's interesting that sort of on the return, on the retrograde, we've got the eyes wide open coming into the reading as well. So don't get caught up in the low vibration stuff. Don't get caught up in the fear and the anxiety and things like that. All of this is divine time, and it's all happening as it's meant to happen, and it's part of the birthing process into the new paradigm, the new earth. And, you know, just like the butterfly here in the Six of Wands, we will be victorious. So just trust and know that you too can come out of the chrysalis like a butterfly. But yeah, could be a bit energetic today, could be a lot coming on. I mean, it could be things, it could be, you know, things you hear on the news, or, you know, sudden shocks and surprises like that, because Pluto is a generational planet, one of the outer planets. Often the way we see it work is on a global level. So, you know, there could be some shocks and surprises coming out today. So yeah, stay rooted, stay connected, fill your own cup up, stand in your self-confidence, and know that sort of, you know, we're birthing into the new beginning. Okay, so sending you love and light, and I hope the reading resonated for you. I hope that sort of you found a bit of comfort in it. You never know what the cards are going to say, or where the channeling is going to come from in the downloads. I never know what I'm going to talk about when I come and sit in the chair. But when things want to come through, I am just the vessel, just the hollow bone that brings the message through. So yeah, sending out love and healing, and holding everybody within a protective bubble of love and healing. If you did like this reading, if you're still with me, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell for notifications when I'm doing readings. If you'd like a personal reading from me, my God, if you, after this one, it's not the worst one I've seen. But yeah, if you would like a personal reading to know what's going on, please email me at the email address below this video, in the descriptions box. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching.